DefenderForce.com.
Of a player.
So we've seen players have multiple lineups, correct?
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Well, tonight we'll see the Miami Heat playing against the Utah Jazz. And for Utah, they haven't forgotten the fact that this team swept them last year in the regular season. This is a game they had circled going in. And the front lines for both teams tonight, powerful, explosive. Shaq, what's the key these days to building a great front court?
Well, the more versatile, the better. But it's more about skill and brute strength. You know I'm about skill and brute strength. I was the most skillful and brutally strong guy ever to play the game.
It's right, you are brutal.
What's so funny?
That, front court guys need to change ends. That's what's funny to me, Shaq, and nothing else. I just tell you right now, nothing else is funny to me.
You want me to show you how strong I am? I'll flip this table over right now.
I believe you could. I believe you could.
What you looking at, Ernie?
Not much.
Oh.
All right.
It's on. It's on.
I see Ernie.
And here's Kevin Harlan. Here's Kevin Harlan.
I'll see you in the locker room.
And it's the Jazz coming in from out of town in this one, an interconference game today. Well, before you look ahead to your busy week, sit down, relax, pull up a chair as we bring you another NBA broadcast. And thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. And for the Heat, we've got another hometown game here in Miami. They've been playing very well lately. It's been 4 wins for them in their last 5 games.
And for the Heat, and I'll tell you, this has been a surprise how they started the year. Obviously, whatever adjustments they made in the offseason, definitely working out for them so far.
Greg, I like to see a team come out of the gate strong, right? Their chemistry has been absolutely sensational.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Thanks very much. Well, Quinn Snyder is the coach here in Utah, and he said, as a coaching staff, we show the players we have confidence in them. And then we're unbelievably demanding. But it has to be mixed with patience. And that, over time, pays off. Kevin?
Teaching and motivating. He's done a nice job, DA. Thanks. Well, tonight a battle between 2 very talented front courts, Doris. This could get pretty physical.
Well, this is a night, Kevin, to me, where the officials could dictate the level of physicality. They know that both teams have big, burly guys up front, that these guys like to engage physically, and so how is the game officiated? Particularly at the start, that could set the tone for what could be a cage match.
Personally, do you like those kind of games, Doris?
I like a certain level of physicality, Kevin. I do think that we've cleaned up the perimeter game. I think officiating is such a nuanced deal that the best officials understand innately how something should be called.
The starters for the Utah Jazz, Mitchell and Ingles are out on the wings. Favors and Gobert, the tough pair inside. And it's Rubio in at the guard position. Now here's Dragic. Down low, here's Whiteside. And the jam by Whiteside.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's Rubio. Passes it to Gobert. Shot from 12. Here's Favors. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, that's the size of Derek Favors, allowing him to snag these boards. This guy, you've got to keep him off the offensive glass, Kevin.
Al Richardson, he picked up 15 points in their last win against New Orleans. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Dragic. Gobert with the block.
An intimidating force who continues to wipe away shots with ease. Go to work, Rudy Gobert.
Tipped away. Mitchell passes to Rubio. And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. And that's in. Nice feet on the play. Mitchell's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, this is a guy who understands his role in their offense, right? And they know exactly how to use him.
Richardson finds Dragic. Over Rubio. Dragic gets the bucket. Dragic has got his first bucket in this one.
Working the in-between area, the kind of look that can get you into a rhythm early.
Yeah, the defense better take notice because you can't let guys get comfy shooting from their spots.
Down low, Waiters. Gobert with the block. Mitchell with it. Now guarded by Dragic. Mitchell's shot is good.
You have to prevent Mitchell from driving. This guy too quick and too crafty once he gets into the lane.
Waiters gets a wide open look. And a miss there on the triple. For Utah, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And the layup's good off the glass. 6 points for Donovan Mitchell.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Rubio against Dragic. Unloads from 13. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Now here's Gobert. 11 points for him in that last game against the Hornets in Charlotte. This group has players swatting away the most shots in the league this month. The shot block leaders. Rudy Gobert, number 1.
And guys, as the month has unfolded, his interior defense has gotten better and better.
And so it's Utah here with the ball. Nice ball movement by Utah. That one goes. Count it. And it's 8 points for Donovan Mitchell.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. This is their first chance to take a look at the Jazz this season.
Yeah, it should be an interesting matchup tonight. These two teams will only face off twice all season.
Well, so you want to make these opportunities count, right? Since they don't see each other often, it's going to be an intriguing battle.
Here to look at the numbers for Gobert. He's around 10 points per game, 11 rebounds, and almost 2.5 blocks. And he does the heavy lifting on the glass, throwing himself into the rebounding battle with just complete effort.
Well, you get the feeling he believes every rebound should be his, and most of them are. This guy is putting up tremendous numbers.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
And that's not the type of defense you want to play, right? You've got to make it more difficult than that. Layups are too easy.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 8. Gobert the pass to Mitchell. Just 5 to shoot. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Mitchell's got 10 points in the game.
5 of 5 to start. I think he's in the zone.
Boy, what a surprise the Utah Jazz were in the West last season. When you think about some of the injuries and key personnel losses, to me, they overachieved. Yes, they were ousted by the Rockets in the conference semifinals, but the reality is that was a big-time achievement just getting there.
Now Mitchell, after Dion Waiters' three-pointer that didn't go. And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Down low, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Engel.
Let's take a look at some numbers for Rubio. This last month, he has been a real positive for this team. 3rd in assists, and he's in the top 5 in the league in steals. Those hands are like meat hooks. Not much gets by him.
And as you mentioned, top 3 in assists right now. He does a great job of running the offense, spotting the open guy, and making the sound delivery. Waiters inside the three-point line. The rebound by the Jazz. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in this game. Rubio dishes to Mitchell. Favors against Johnson. And Favors kicks to Mitchell. From outside, off the mark. The Heat trail by 4. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Boy, they can't cut into this lead with him going stone cold and only so much time to turn it around.
Now, here's Ingles. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And for so long, it seems Derek Favors had played in a crowded front court, but still can get the job done.
And Favors has shown his versatility and impact in spot minutes his whole career. Every team can use a player like Favors. He just eats up space inside and can play that tough D. Offensively, I think he'd like to get back to where he was around 2015, and hopefully he'll find the chances to do so.
And the first one at the line is good.
I got to tell you, Kev, I love watching Derek Favors play the game. I think this guy's reliable, and he still has a ton of upside.
And so Favors nails both of them. Well, we're around the halfway point now, Doris. Some clubs are obviously in a rebuild mode, but it can be hard for many team owners to accept that and accept that path they're on.
Well, when you've been the guy to make that financial investment, there can be a little bit of impatience. Because one of your responsibilities is keep people in the seats. You've got to pay the bills. What you have to do is you make clear to the fans the vision that they have. If you make it clear, Kev, maybe they can sort of embrace the rebuild and celebrate the step-by-step progress.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good from Whiteside. Here's Rubio. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Has to go Gobert. The Jazz working the ball around now. Poked loose. And it's out of bounds to the Jazz as Utah retains possession. And Utah making a change here. Sapphire is checked in. Here's Mitchell. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Lock at 6. From deep. Here's Favors. He's off on that one. Good work defensively by Whiteside. Waiters against Mitchell. Waiters surveying the D. Ball's knocked loose. Mitchell's shot is good. Mitchell's got 12.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Mitchell against Waiters. To the inside. Right side. And he banks in the lane. Whiteside's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
How about the shooting percentage, though? In the low 30s. That tells you all you need to know.
I think indicative of some breakdowns in their offensive execution. You don't create any open looks, and they couldn't make the ones they were taking.
Getting ready for Miami. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Johnson. Justice Winslow comes in for Richardson. Dwayne Wade, he's checked in for Dion Waiters. And it's Johnson in for Goran Dragic. Utah also making some changes. Jay Crowder's checked in for Favors. And Alec Burks subbed in for Donovan Mitchell. Now here's Gobert. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Well, the 7-footer Gobert, the alley-oop finish. My goodness, the Stifle Tower with the score.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Here's Wade. Gobert with the block. But they get it back. 4 on the clock. There's Winslow. That 3 off the mark.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Cephalosha kicks to Crowder. Gobert the pass to Burks. Over Wade. Burks can't get it to go. The Heat trail by 6. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Why don't we go to the 2K leaderboard? Over the past month, these teams have been playing a very entertaining brand of basketball. Number 1, the Heat.
I mean, they have really hit their stride in terms of that transition game. No doubt about it. They are playing at a great pace.
He misses the free throw. You know, a skill that doesn't show up in the box score, the drawing charge calls. In your opinion, there are, I'm sure, a lot that you think are the best at it.
Yeah, I think, Kevin, sometimes this comes at a cost physically that you have to be willing to absorb. I've seen Marcus Smart take a charge from LeBron James. Ooh. That's 6'8", 250-plus pounds coming at you full speed. Kemba Walker, Draymond Green. But, Kevin, you know this. When you draw a charge, you have essentially given yourself an extra possession, and you've put the opponent at a detriment because it's a foul against that player who's committed it.
Means a lot. You know, Doris, many thought Jay Crowder might end up to be the steal of the Irving Thomas trade, but he had a rough start in Cleveland, as you saw.
Well, sometimes, Kevin, the fit isn't just right, but it's amazing he goes to Utah, and all of the toughness and the defensive abilities are exactly what the Jazz are looking for. So sometimes it's just about fit.
Free throw good, Crowder.
And Kevin, let's not forget, Jay Crowder is a former second-round draft pick. This guy has made his bones in the NBA by adding toughness to every team he's played on.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Well, Jay Crowder, a versatile forward to me who fits in so well with this team. He can hit threes. He can match up well on the defensive end. This is a player who has a bigger impact than his stats might indicate.
Now here's Wade. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against New Orleans.
Well, the basketball mind that Dwayne Wade possesses is so special. What understanding and feel for where his guys will be.
Burks against Wade, and it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. You know, with Crowder, it's his physicality, Doris, that establishes his presence on the floor.
Right, he is able to match up with rugged offensive players. This guy is strong enough to guard multiple positions, and even if his shot isn't falling, he can make an impact on the floor.
Now here's Udo. Here's Rubio. Can't hit the free throw line jump.
And they've come out with a take no prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Johnson finds Wade. Burks pulls it in.
Well, defenders are in the area, and that's all it took to force him to change his release.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
You know, guys, what's so interesting to me about Alec Burks, now that he's a veteran in this league, he's never been a starter for a long, extended stretch, but he's always been in the rotation. For me, the next step for this guy is just being more consistent.
One shot.
Free throw good, Crowder. Well, for Burks last season, Doris, able to play more after being sidelined with injuries in the past.
Well, you think about those injuries really are the only thing that stepped between him and having a larger role, because this guy has a terrific shot from deep, and in the NBA, that's always a valued commodity.
Shot by Crowder, no good.
Boy, great job protecting the rim and turning an easy layup into a missed opportunity.
Winslow kicks to Johnson. Pass to Adebayo. Winslow against Cephalosha. From deep three-point range, Winslow's shot is off. Fires for three, and it's Thabo Cephalosha with the three. Cephalosha's got his first 3 points of the game.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to summon up a little more sense of urgency.
Wade dishes to Olynyk. Johnson from outside knocks down the three ball.
And that was a real quick comeback there. Both sides showing some range.
But both teams are pulling the trigger right now, showing great confidence from behind that arc.
Now here is Cephalosha. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Shoots the three, and again it's the Jazz from deep.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Here's the pass to Winslow. Kicks it to Wade. Burks pulls it in.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Rubio outside. Jazz passing it around. Burks with it. Wade picks him up. Pass to Cephalosha. They get a hand on it. Here's Rubio. It doesn't go for him.
He does everything right except drain the shot.
Johnson, the pass to Wade. Now here's Johnson. Back to Wade. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Well, Kev, you know this as well as I do. Dwayne Wade is looking for the contact. This is a big physical player who loves to mix it up a little bit.
It's his first trip to the line.
He's hit his free throws at a pretty good clip this year, 77%.
That free throw good from Wade.
Well, when Dwayne Wade is able to stay healthy, he has proven he's still very effective. This guy is smart, he's decisive, and he can play at a high level.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for the Utah Jazz. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We'll get right back to the action when we return. During his tenure in Utah, Coach Quinn Snyder has quickly earned the appreciation of his players, including Rudy Gobert.
It's very lucky to have a coach like that. He really takes everything, with heart, and he wants us to be the best defensive team in the league, as I do. And I think when the coach and the players are on the same page, usually, good things happen.
Coach Snyder doing a terrific job with his team.
Just a great tactician, and he's clearly got his guys buying in to his message.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, the Jazz enjoying a nice lead here.
I think they play great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
You love that they're making the offense work, right? Making every single thing they try to do hard.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Miami, they've got Dwayne Wade, Justice Winslow out there with the Linux. Then there's Wayne Ellington, and it's Magruder in at the 3. And the Jazz with possession here. The Heat knocking down the tray. Back to Burks. Udo trying to free himself up. Misses from short range. Rubio against Wade. It's over Rubio. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul goes against Utah.
Well, this guy, a dangerous interior scorer at his position, right? Dwayne Wade's so good at making the defense foul him.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game. And that one falls for Wade. Doris, when you talk about coaching, aside from wins and losses, how can you gauge if a coach is doing a good job?
Well, you make a great point, Kevin, because if an organization is in a rebuild situation, then winning is almost impossible because you're outgunned and outmanned every single night. So to evaluate those coaches, here are the things I would look at. 1, are you maximizing the talent at your disposal? Are your player development skills at such a degree that you're seeing incremental improvement from the guys on your roster? And then ultimately, Kevin, are guys playing hard? Are they competitive every night? Even if the wins don't necessarily show in the box score and at the end of the, the regular season, the reality is, are you playing hard? Are you competitive?
Now, here is O'Neal. He averages about 5 points a game. Pass to Magruder. He kicks it to Wade. Winslow finds Ellington. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Over Mitchell. Wade misses. Utah leading by 8. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, as we know, Rudy Gobert is a 7-footer with an aggressive mentality. He said some guys don't have pride, but I do. Sometimes too much. Quinn Snyder said he gets angry, which I like. Whatever kind of stereotypes Americans have about the French, they don't apply. Not to him anyway, guys.
Sky Blue! Thank you, G.A. He is indeed a fiery competitor. He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game. And the Heat with some changes. Johnson comes in for Justice Winslow, and it's Dragic in for Wayne Ellington. Utah also making some changes. Favors comes in for Jay Crowder, and it's Joe Ingles in for Burks. And that one misses. Doris, last year a bit of a bounce-back season for Favors. Got back to doing what he does best.
No, exactly. I mean, Derek Favors probably underrated defensively. This guy eats up a ton of space, will bother a lot of shots. He can contribute even when his offense isn't there.
Here's Magruder. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Dragic kicks to Johnson. Over Ingles. Johnson can't hit.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
And with that, the Utah lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Wade.
I'll tell you, how lethal a threat in these open floor situations does Dwayne Wade continue to be. This is so nice to watch.
And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That's his first foul. A different look for Miami. Whiteside's checked in for Olynyk, and it's Waiters in for Dwayne Wade. Gobert, he's checked in for Utah. And taken away by Johnson. O'Neal misses.
Boy, a kickout's probably a better option when the defense is swarming around like that.
Waiters passes to Dragic. Kicks it to Johnson. Here's Magruder. He's covered by Favors. Here's Whiteside. The rebound by the Jazz.
Just a little hesitation on that release, right? His timing looked a bit off.
Mitchell outside. They could use a bucket. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Dragic finds Waiters. Here's Whiteside. Banked in off the glass. Whiteside's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Ingles against Dragic. Floats one, and Whiteside sends it back. Here's Magruder, and it's sent back by Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell twice on the pipes. The rejection is nice.
O'Neal kicks to Favors. Mitchell outside. And Utah another 3.
And great job from beyond the arc this quarter. They are now shooting the 3 at almost 60% for the game.
Dragic dishes to Waiters. Back to Dragic. 6 on the shot clock. And Waiters, here we go. Rebound, Utah. Favors has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
He's so frustrated. Hasn't had a make all game. It's making it very difficult for them to find any success.
Well, Rudy Gobert has taken on more of a leadership role with this team. Clearly a difference maker on the court with his defense, and will get the team to fall in line. Hard to argue with one of the elite rim protectors in our league.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And with Gobert, he does so much as a defender with his impact, Greg, in the paint.
Yeah, and Gobert does so much in terms of cleaning up his teammates' mistakes while they're defending out there on the perimeter. It allows his teammates to be more aggressive on D, knowing he's going to be that last line of defense. And Gobert won't let them get too comfortable, as he is one of the more vocal players in terms of shaping their D.
And the Heat call time here. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
You know, sometimes you're going to win because of your performance, and on occasions, which was the case for them, it's the play of your opponent that allows you to escape with wins.
Well, there's no doubt. The offense looked scattered. Tons of turnovers. Some of them forced, certainly, but many were not. It was made easy to defend.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. We'll take a look at the Warriors. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And of course, Utah, 5.5 games behind.
And I think for the Jazz, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm sure they're not satisfied just being near the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push as the season winds down.
Here's Ingles. Dion Waiters making his last shot. And it's Dion Waiters with the foul. That's his first foul. Right side against Gobert. Mitchell left side. Shot clock at 5. And it's Favors that time on the assist by Mitchell. Favors has got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, this is where Favors is at his absolute best. Close to the rim, he can make any move he chooses.
Back to Dragic. Waiters inside the three-point line, and it's Miami with another.
Boy, that is about as low a percentage shot as I've ever seen. I guess this guy likes a challenge.
Ingles passes to O'Neal. Tipped away, and so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last.
And with the break here, let's look at the stats for Mitchell. Averaging 25 points per, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And for any other player putting up those numbers, we'd say they were great, but for him, they're just simply run-of-the-mill.
Agreed. A lot of guys in this league would be very happy with that stat line, but this guy is the real deal. He is built for more.
Sapphire has the open look. No good on the 3. The Heat trail by 8. To the middle. Here's Dragic, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Dragic has got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Raiders against Ingles. Mitchell outside. Pass to Gobert. Here's Ingles. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Waiters outside. Offensive rebound Heat. Gobert with the block. On the wing, Sapphire. Richardson cover. Sapphire finds Favors. Back to Sapphire. A shot off that time. Good work defensively by Whiteside. Waiters passes to Richardson, and the shot goes in.
I love to see them pound it inside like that, not settling for the perimeter shot.
Jazz leading by 4. And here is Ingles. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's Mitchell. Waiters grabs the miss. The Heat have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter, a nice efficient 50%. Dragic against Ingles. Kept alive. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Ingles kicks to Mitchell. To end the cold streak. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Goran Dragic.
Well, you've got to credit Mitchell for staying aggressive in that situation and getting the defense to foul him.
For Utah, they have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses.
To me, guys, Donovan Mitchell gives evidence and credence to the notion that drafting players is more art than science. Think about it. This guy taken 13th. Not much was expected. But all of last year, he was neck and neck in the heat of the Rookie of the Year talk.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Winslow's checked in for Whiteside. Ellington comes in for Dion Waiters, and it's Johnson in for Goran Dragic. And with Mitchell being slept on, motivated him and did Doris a great rookie season.
Well, Jimmy Butler said Mitchell plays with a chip on his shoulder, and I'll tell you, he does seem to have that me against the world approach. And whatever his motivation, Kevin, it's working.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Well, this is problematic because Donovan Mitchell can hurt you any number of ways. Driving, spotting up, you name it, he's got it.
And the Heat call time here. Thabo Sefolosha up there in age, Doris now, but still very much a nuisance on defense.
You're right, Kevin. He's got those long arms to bother shots. He doesn't fall for a lot of fakes. Sticks with his man through screens. This guy's versatile enough to guard 2s and 3s. Plenty to like with Thabo.
He's checked in for Utah. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been terrific at turning turnovers into points. Number 1, the Heat.
You know, it's not just the turnovers they're forcing. I mean, they're converting at the other end, and you know what? It puts a lot of pressure on you to play perfect.
Puts it up off the inbound. A shot by Johnson, no good.
And defensively, moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
What a great job contesting without fouling. Exactly how you want to defend the mid-range shot.
Inside, Richardson. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 7 rebounds in the game. Burks can't get it to go.
And something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Yeah, that's not a good example right there. You could have worked it around to get a better opportunity.
It's good, and the Jazz lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Winslow. Utah's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Sefolosha against Richardson. Sefolosha with it. 8 points his last outing. Clock at 4. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Utah Jazz. On Tuesday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the San Antonio Spurs. Then on Thursday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the Houston Rockets.
And for that game against the Thunder, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Alec Burks, Kevin, continuing to develop into a dependable scorer. He's got great size for a 2-guard.
Olynyk, he's checked in for Richardson. And Burks hits 2 free throws. 1:30 left in the second quarter. Johnson kicks to Olynyk. Got a piece of it. The dish now to Ellington. Shoots over Burks. A shot by Ellington, no good. Jazz leading by 5. Rubio taking his time here. Crowder finds Rubio. Just 4 to shoot. Let's go. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Rubio's got his first basket of the night. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Udo's checked in for Gobert. Utah's on defense. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Shot clock at 6. Winslow wide open. He fires. Adebayo kicks to Winslow. Johnson against Crowder. Johnson outside. But they get it back. Back to Winslow. And finally they hit one. Winslow's got his second bucket tonight.
Boy, defender taken out of the play with a rock-solid screen. No way he's going to get through that.
Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for the Utah Jazz. It's been an excellent game for him offensively. He's got 21 points and counting. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Coach Quinn Snyder, Quinn, what has to happen in the second half?
Well, we got to keep getting stops and really just make plays. Make plays on the offensive end and be solid defensively. No magic.
It's a pretty simple game, right, Coach? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. A tremendous start for Donovan Mitchell. He had 21 points and 1 rebound. And Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
Well, I love the way they're pushing the tempo, beating the defense down the floor, filling the lanes, finishing with authority, Ernie, getting to the rim and finishing hard.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Heat?
Their shooting rhythm was off, under 40%. Some of that was shot selection. Some of it was the defense stepping up. My guess is we'll see some significant changes as things get going in the second half. Increasing off-the-ball activity, making the extra pass, and trying to get better looks.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
Oh, well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them and really few forced shots here so far.
I think, Greg, we're seeing a couple things. Terrific play calling, unselfish nature, and quality shooting. That makes for good offense.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Taking a look at the Jazz. Favors and Gobert, the tough pair inside. Mitchell and Ingles are out on the wings. And it's Rubio in at the 1. And Gobert kicks to Ingles. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. And that one's good by Favors.
I think one of the things that strikes you about Quinn Snyder is whatever is at his disposal in terms of players, he makes great use of it. He loses Gordon Hayward, dealt with a ton of injuries, and yet the Jazz are always competitive.
So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Utah Jazz. It's a 5-point game. And Favors kicks to Ingles. Jazz passing it around. Here's Mitchell, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Dion Waiters.
When Donovan Mitchell is this close to the cup, the defender has got to feel a bit uneasy.
And a large part of why the Jazz stay competitive is Snyder's creativity.
Right, he calls his system advantage basketball. They're trying to make the most of screens and cuts to give a player an advantage on the catch. I'll tell you, that turns good players into very good players.
Free throw drops for Mitchell.
Boy, you have to admire Donovan Mitchell. This guy is capable of playing either guard position, and he plays with so much passion and energy, guys. It's infectious.
He hits both from the stripe. And Greg, right out of the gate, Donovan Mitchell seemed like a veteran more than a rookie.
I mean, his professionalism was one of the first things Ricky Rubio noticed about Mitchell. Father played minor league baseball, knows what it takes to succeed in professional sports. And you can just see it in his approach to practice and his commitment to improving his game. Mitchell was already the surprise of that 2017 draft, and I don't think there's any question he's destined to be a star.
6 to shoot. Back to Favors. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Favors got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, that's a quality shot. You're in the painted area. Don't get much more of a better look than that.
Waiters passes to Dragic. Knocked loose and is out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here.
A moment now to see the numbers for Ingles. Averaging about 7 points, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And those numbers solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
There's no doubt. This is a guy who understands his role, knows he's got to give you quality minutes, and that's what they expect from him.
Now, here's Richardson. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Ingles against Richardson. And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. Back to Gobert. To the left side wing. To the paint. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Johnson. Down low. Here's Richardson. Again, the miss by the Heat.
They've got to start working for better shots. Just 1 for 4 in the second half so far.
Rubio dishes to Mitchell. The pass to Favors. Over Johnson. That one doesn't go. And Miami the other way now. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for him.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Now, here's Rubio. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Here is Favors. They lead by 7. Passes it to Gobert. 4 on the clock. And the basket by Rubio.
Timeout. Really like the energy I'm seeing from this offense. 3 for 4 to open the third.
And the Heat call time here.
Well, obviously, Rudy Gobert sets himself apart on the defensive end. I once had a coach tell me, Rudy Gobert is a defense unto himself. The shot blocking, the shot altering, and one of the best rebounders in the game.
O'Neal's checked in for Joe Ingles. While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games. The Jazz second.
Really something to see. Their effort on the offensive glass has just led to so many second chance opportunities.
Indoors with Gobert and his defense. It goes beyond the shot block.
Oh, my goodness, Kevin, way beyond the shot blocking. That reach bothers enough shots that even when he doesn't block it, he's a problem.
Wade, he's checked in for Miami. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Richardson finds Whiteside. Shoots it. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Whiteside's got 12 in the game.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Mitchell passes to Gobert. And a lot out of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Hassan Whiteside. The past month has been surreal. First in rebounding, second in field goal percentage, and he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
And just going back real quick to the fact that he's tops in the league in rebounds, what a tremendous feat. What a monster he is in the paint. First one falls for him.
Well, we all know that free throw shooting early in his career was a major challenge for Rudy Gobert. What I like is he's made progress because he's put in the time.
Rodney McGruder's checked in for the Heat. No good on the second free throw.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
Lets it fly. Rebounded by the Jazz. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Mitchell kicks to Rubio. That's to Gobert. Just 5 on the clock. 3-pointer, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation. The Heat trail by 9. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, the Jazz had to weather the loss of Gordon Hayward, so they need to play together to have success. Coach Quinn Snyder said, "We expect guys to put the team in front of themselves and support each other. Our strength isn't in one guy. We need each other." Kevin?
David, one thing for sure, they come to play almost every game. Thank you. Wade brings the double team. Shot clock at 5. Here's Mitchell. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Heat have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Wade passes to Magruder. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Mitchell. Five on the clock. Here's Wade, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And now just a 5-point Utah lead. For Utah, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Pass to Favors. Back to Mitchell. He kicks to O'Neal from 11 feet away, and he knocks down the jumper. O'Neal's got his second bucket of the night.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Shoots from 12. Utah with the rebound. Favors got 6 rebounds now in the game. Mitchell. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The Heat trail by 9. Wade surveying the D, and the jam by Whiteside.
Boy, Dwayne Wade showing what a brilliant playmaker he is. How about that decision-making? Nice.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Cover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Now, here's Rubio. 5 points in the game. Here's Favors. Goran Dragic grabs the board. Shot from 12. No good from Wade.
I'll tell you, it'd be a big help if he could snap out of this cold streak. His shooting has been hurting them.
Feeds it to Favors. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
And you love that Favors bounces off defenders effortlessly. Fantastic at finishing despite the defense being right in his grill.
Now here's Wade. He's got 11. Kicks to Dragic. Back to Wade, trying his luck deep. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
Boy, in the second half, just hitting a much higher percentage of his shots. Really looks composed now.
And the Jazz call time here.
You know, couldn't agree more with this timeout. There are far too many turnovers to get any kind of offensive rhythm. You're just trying to mix things up here.
for Miami. Adebayo is checked in for Whiteside. Olynyk comes in for James Johnson. Winslow's checked in for Rodney Magruder. And it's Johnson in for Goran Dragic. Then for the Jazz, Jay Crowder's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Cephalosha comes in for O'Neal. And it's Burks in for Ricky Rubio. The pass to Cephalosha. Burks in the corner. Drills it from outside. Burks has got 5 now.
Burks takes no time getting that shot up, ready on the catch.
Now Wade. He's got 14. Fade away. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So Utah will take it the other way. They host the Spurs after this one. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand.
I think you have to be cautious when guarding Jay Crowder. He excels at using his body to get these calls.
He's shooting free throws, number 4 in 5 here.
And take a look at what he's been able to do at the free throw line. 82% more than acceptable.
The first one falls. The Heat making a switch here. Ellington's checked in. Udo's checked in for Utah. And so he hits both. The Heat trailed by 11. Ellington dishes to Johnson. Back to Ellington. They get it back. There's Winslow. Off target from outside. Utah has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Offensive rebound. Burks' shot is good.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Ellington kicks to Winslow. To the inside. And with that, the Utah lead is cut down to 11 points with that bucket from Olynyk.
I think excellent touch from the post, and you get the sense they trust Olynyk here. Fantastic at utilizing his size.
And it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Crowder kicks to Cephalosha. On the wing, Mitchell. He's guarded by Johnson. Shot clock at 6. And that'll be Utah as it goes out of bounds. Jazz retain possession. Just 4 to shoot. From deep. Wow, drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
At the line for the Jazz, Tom Cephalosha. 3 shots. Shooting 3.
And he hits the first of 3. He hits the second from the line. And he makes all 3. Here's Johnson. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
That's tipped. Stolen by Mitchell. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
2 shots, gentlemen.
And here's the upcoming schedule now for the Miami Heat. They'll defend home court against the Orlando Magic. And then on Friday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns.
And looking at this stretch for them, I think they should have no problem dispatching most of their opponents if they can avoid that pitfall of playing down to the level of the competition. But that's easier said than done.
The first one falls. And Mitchell drops them both. A minute 50 left in the third quarter. Johnson against Mitchell. And the rejection by Udo.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
He dishes it to Mitchell. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Mitchell's got 29.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now here's Johnson. Passes to Olynyk, looking to end the run. It's rebounded by Udo. Udo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Mitchell, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
Kevin, how fast does Donovan Mitchell get off the ground? My goodness.
Johnson finds Olynyk. Stolen by Mitchell. He's got a clear path. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
Well, why did Donovan Mitchell win the dunk contest? Case in point right there.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Adebayo. And the rejection by Udo. And he's able to get it back. There's 31 seconds left to play here in the third. Mitchell passes to Udo. Knocked away. Stolen by Winslow. Johnson in the corner. Pass to Ellington. Here's Winslow. Back to Ellington. From deep, Johnson. That shot missing. Gets it off. That one doesn't go. And so it's Utah closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Ray Ellington is out there with Dion Waiters. Then there's Richardson. Then it's Justice Winslow. And it's Adebayo in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Now, here's Ingles. Now, here is Cephalosha. 6 on the shot clock. From the arc, buries the long-range jumper.
I'll tell you, that's nice work, right? You move, you get into space on the perimeter, and you knock down the three.
Ingles against Waiters. And he can't bank that one in.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Crowder kicks to Burks. Back to Crowder. Nice ball movement by Utah. Pulls up. High post. Cephalosha misses. The Heat trail by 21. The pass to Ellington. Winslow with it, out guarded by Crowder. Here's Richardson, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
A nice move to create a gap there in the defense and get to the bucket.
Crowder kicks to Cephalosha. Dishes to Ingles. Passes it to Udo. Over Richardson. The shot by Udo, no good. The Heat have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Waiters finds Winslow. Count it.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
Whiteside's checked in for the Heat. Dragic comes in for Wayne Ellington. And a switcher also for Utah. Rubio's checked in.
One shot, gentlemen.
That's good from Winslow. Jazz leading by 16. Rubio the pass to Crowder. Richardson against Cephalosha. Shot on the wing. It's hauled in by Richardson. Richardson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Winslow against Cephalosha. Winslow kicks to Dragic. Whiteside, the pass to Winslow. Lays it up off the glass.
That's a nice little outside in play right there. Good feed into the post and a solid finish.
Rubio finds Crowder. Now, here's Ingles. Pass to Udo. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Jazz lead by 16. Heat have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Waiters passes to Winslow. Second chance shot. No good from Dragic.
And a surprise he doesn't knock that down. Defense a little too lax that time. Well, he hasn't been a big contributor tonight for sure, but it hasn't prevented them from being in a position to grab the win.
Now here's Richardson. Pass to Dragic. Looking to get it going. Tries again. Rebounded by the Jazz. 22 is their biggest lead. Crowder against Whiteside. Shot by Crowder, no good.
Boy, he did everything right till he got to the rim. He needs to finish that.
And Waiters kicks to Dragic. A 3-ball. Again, Dragic missing.
Listen, that's a look he can hit, but right now he can't throw it in the ocean.
Crowder dishes to Udo. Now the pass to Rubio. And here is Cephalosha, covered by Winslow. Rubio the pass to Udo. Outside Crowder. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Johnson, he's checked in for Justice Winslow. And a switcher also for Utah. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Jay Crowder. And here's Whiteside. He'll bring it up for the Heat. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Richardson finds Whiteside. Utah with the rebound. Cephalosha's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Rubio. Good work defensively by Whiteside.
Man, look at how well the defense does to cut his path to the basket. Comes up empty on what might have been an easy play. Yeah, he needs to take a lot more shots. He's been efficient, trying to get his teammates involved, but it's time for him to step up.
And the Jazz call time here.
And guys, you know, you never run out of things that you can improve upon.
I think, Greg, it's important to keep that hunger, right? You're always striving to get better and to change things up.
Wade, he's checked in for the Heat. Derek Favors checked in for Utah. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Quinn Snyder said to his team. He wanted his guys to stay intense. He said, if any of you think this game's over, you're wrong, and you can sit next to me. We've still got a lot of work to do. No let-ups at the defensive end of the floor. Back to you, Kevin.
Ingles kicks to Gobert. The dish to Cephalosha. Shot clock at 5. The 3.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling. The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Here's Wade. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Boy, and when Dwayne Wade is driving, the defense is always on high alert. It feels, Kevin, almost like contact is inevitable.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first. As basketball becomes more global, we continue to see veterans come from abroad and doors make an impact as role players in the league.
You know what I love, Kevin, is great basketball players could come from any place in the world. And obviously, general managers now have got to expand their field of vision. They've got to have international scouting. But the NBA would be a lot less rich a place if we did not have Dirk Nowitzki, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, the unicorn in New York City, Kristaps Porzingis. I don't care where players come from. All I want to know is, can they play basketball? And if they can, I want to watch them.
Now, here's Mitchell. Back to Rubio. Down low, and Derek Favors with the slam.
It's a real treat to watch Derek Favors finish these alley-oops. What initiative from the big man.
Rockets the pass to Wade. To the inside. Here's Whiteside over Gobert, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Hassan Whiteside. 2.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And both free throws good from Whiteside.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Now, here's Rubio. High post, Gobert. Ingles finds Favors. Over Whiteside, and that one's good by Favors. Favors has got 10 points in just the second half.
Well, I think at this point, he's proven, Derek Favors, that you've got to respect his mid-range. He is capable when given room.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Pushing it up. Mitchell's shot is good. Mitchell's got 35.
Well, guys, his scoring has been maybe the biggest factor in building this lead, and he's got plenty of energy left.
Here's Dragic. Favors with the rebound.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Ingles dishes to Favors. And Rubio kicks to Favors. Clock at 6. To the paint. Back to Ingles. Gobert with the bounce pass. Rubio the pass to Mitchell. Launches a 3. The shot comes out. The Heat go the other way with it.
Well, 2 long-range bombs in the first, but that's stalled out right now.
Dragic against Rubio. Pocket 6. Richardson kicks to Dragic. Knocked away. And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. Here's Mitchell. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Shots, gentlemen.
And you can't help but notice that Ricky Rubio has grown as a player.
Well, he talked a little bit about losing his mom recently, and he was very close to her, and he said it changed his priorities and perspective on life, and that balance has translated to more effectiveness on the court.
First free throw is good. And Mitchell drops them both.
Really getting after the defense since the break. He's so hard to keep off the line when he pushes the action.
Dragic finds Wade. Richardson with it, covered by Mitchell. Here's Whiteside. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Gobert with the defensive effort. Dragic against Rubio. Passes to Favors. Rubio dishes to Gobert. Just 5 to shoot. And the basket by Ingles. And the Jazz lead by 21.
You have to be able to navigate the pick and roll in the NBA, and Joe Ingles is becoming a master of it.
Timeout called, the Heat. And Ingles, one of the bigger stars on the Australian national team.
He's a virtual unknown when he enters the NBA, but a credit to Joe Ingles because he's a knockdown three-point shooter who now can manipulate pick and rolls. This guy is becoming a factor in the NBA.
We get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Donovan Mitchell.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
They'd lost 2 straight coming into this one, and he knew he needed to put his foot down. He showed leadership tonight, getting them back on the winning track. Dragic against Rubio. Whiteside, Dragic. Johnson, the pass to Whiteside. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul. And the league last season, Doris, looking to tighten up on the traveling calls. You think that's a move in a positive direction, and it's had a good effect?
Well, Kevin, I'm sure you agree with this. We want to see if there's a traveling violation, it should be called.
Yes.
We have given the offensive players enough advantages, and by that I mean we've made it less physical on the perimeter. You know, we've allowed for freedom of movement, and so I think anytime you learn from a kid, listen, if you pick up that pivot foot, it's a travel. In the past, I thought a lot were missed. What's your take on it, Kev?
I like what you said. And even more for the younger kids who are learning the game, they got to play the right way. It's got to be called.
That's right.
The Heat trail by 21. The feed now to Richardson. Bucket is good.
And have to defend better in the paint. They just let him set up way too deep.
Right, Greg. You've got to push him off the box because once he's got that deep low post position, turn the lights off.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident looking performance for the Jazz.
Well, the one thing that jumps out in this game is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Absolutely. A big plus. And oftentimes your performance at the line can be the difference in a game. And I think tonight we saw that.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Donovan Mitchell.
Boy, what a security blanket this guy has been on the offensive end. He made sure they didn't suffer any cold spells. And anytime the offense started to get stagnant, they could get him the basketball, and he'd get them in the right position.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Then for the Jazz, Crowder, he's checked in for Gobert. Burks comes in for Mitchell. And Raul Neto's subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Good on the second free throw. Doris, what is your solution to the controversy surrounding one and dones?
Kevin, I believe the one and dones will be a thing of the past, and I think it will happen shortly. And the reason that can now become a viable option is the G League holds the key. You can now allow players to enter into the minor league straight out of high school. If they raise the salary of those G League players, then it helps across the board.
There's 53 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Neto. He's guarded by Johnson. Neto kicks to Favors. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, let's remember, this guy is 6'10", 265 pounds of nothing but force. Go to work, Derek Favors.
Derek Favors, 2 shots.
And that one falls for Favors. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. On offense, here are the Heat, trailing by 19.
And that's a nice job on the offensive glass there. That'll let them work the clock even more.
Well, so rewarding for a player to beat everybody to the basketball and convert that second chance bucket.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Neto finds Favors. Shoots over Olynyk, and it's Miami with the rebound. Inside, Crowder with the steal. Here's Neto. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Derek. Long season. You don't want one loss to turn into 2. How important was it to get this win tonight?
It's big for us. You know, we came out last game and played like bums, basically. So we just want to come in and make a statement this game so that we working hard, improving, and just try to get a win.
You guys changed from bums to kings in one night. That's the league. Congrats, Derek. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.